What's going on, guys? Sam with Sam's Man Tree Service. I'm a local company in Brunswick, Ohio. We have 3 members in the field, including a certified arborist, and we have 1 office manager. That just kind of gives you the size of my company. You may know me, you may not know me. You may like me, you may not like me. Put all that aside, put all that to rest for now, or later, whatever. In this video, I want to talk about my experiences working with Justin Hartmann and Canary Tree Service. So we were, and you know, before I even get into this, I think Justin's a really smart dude. I learned a lot working for that company. Not much from him himself, but I learned a lot. And you know what? Overall, I'm happy this happened to me. I'm one of those people who I learn anything from everything. So I learned a lot from this experience, and I'm glad I did. And I hope I took a lot of hard hits that would put some companies out of business. So it actually has put some companies out of business, and that's why I'm making this video, because not everyone should take those hard hits. And I'm going to tell you guys and hopefully save you guys a headache and put this to rest, because I have the least on the line out of anybody. And I'm one of those self-righteous assholes. I am ready to spill the beans, say the truth, and let it be known. I don't care what happens, but I'm one of those what's right is right people, and what's wrong is fucking wrong, right? Excuse my language, but a lot of people have been hurt from this, and I'm sick of it. So, Justin Hartmann, if you guys don't know, he's an insurance worker, or he owns a tree service called Canary Tree Service where they chase storms. Disaster relief team. Basically what he'll do is have you sign on with him, take his class, his program. It's like $3,500, and what he does is they sign you on to go chase storms, and they give you a day rate. All right, but one of the big flaws is the day rates are subject to change, basically based on if you work that day 1 job or 2 jobs or whatnot. So for the most part, as long as you hit 2 jobs, you get your full day rate. All right, and they're telling you from the start and the get-go that after you do your work, after you fill out all your paperwork, you have up to 6 months to be paid. Right now, I'm going to tell you, it's been 7 months I haven't been paid. They say up to 6 months. They say it could be a month, could be 2 weeks, could be 3-4 months. At the most, it could be 6 months. It's been 7. $0 have been sent to me from Justin Hartmann or Canary Tree Service. $0 have been sent through the mail, through the check. But here's the weird thing, guys. Thousands of dollars have come from my pocket to pay my labor, to pay my fuel, to pay my guys, to leave home and go chase these storms, to go make money. So thousands are out of my pocket, and thousands are going to Justin's pocket and Canary Tree Service's pocket and his buddies, but nothing's being returned. It costs a lot of money to go chase storms, guys. So I got off topic a little bit. What we did, so we did the program, but actually before I even did the program, I was weary. A lot of my mentors told me to stay away. I was curious. I'm young. It happens. So I actually chased a storm before I even signed up, before I was even contracted in or anything. We chased a storm because it happened in Ohio, and I was talking with Justin and some of his closer group, right? And there was a storm in Worcester, Ohio. I'm the closest one. They called me. I said, hey, I'll come help you guys. We found a few little jobs here and there. Nothing worth me working for or working on. So I was like, okay, that seems kind of interesting, but I kept trying to tell Justin, I don't want to pay the $3,500 for the program. That's kind of silly. 3 weeks later, he called me. He's like, hey, I got a job in Worcester. No one can get to it. I need you to bring your chipper and chip truck out there. So we brought the chipper and chip truck out for $3,500, and I was like, well, hey, you know what? Now I got the money for the program. Let me sign up for this program. Signed up for it about 75% of the way through the program and the classes, which, by the way, you can learn all that online. You don't have to. You can learn all that online. There's plenty of resources, or you can pay a lawyer like $1,000 and they will just write out everything for you and give you a step-by-step guide. It's pretty easy, guys. It's not as hard as you think. In the program, you actually don't learn much. You learn what's billable and this and that, but like you learn just like the picture of it. You actually don't know any of the specifics or how-tos. You can, in conversation, you sound like you know what you're doing, but in action, you wouldn't be able to do any of it. I barely know how to do any of it. So we got called out to go to Evansville, Indiana. When we went to Evansville, what we saw was a huge lack of skill. Now, this isn't really too much about the insurance work or this, but the physically working with them, huge lack of skill, guys. A lot of these guys, I doubt they know their bow line. I doubt they know some basic procedure. Actually, they don't know basic procedures in tree work. I saw a guy take 30 minutes to make a face cut into a tree. Should be no reason for that. I saw a guy smack the power lines with a crane. And then I saw him smack the tree with the crane. And then I saw him smack his crane with the crane. And then I saw him, he asked me, and this is no, he ran out of fluid on his crane. And he asked why he has no fluid. Dude, a huge lack of skill. And dangerous. I actually told they call them primes. I actually told them, hey, I don't want to work near this one guy or these two guys or whoever it was. And nothing against them. They're trying their best, but they got kind of roped in and thrown to the wolves. So, huge lack of skill, guys. I'm not saying this to, pat my back or make myself or feed my ego, but we were kind of the stars of the show. We moved a lot more efficiently. We got more done. Me and my guy, we only went with me and my main guy. We did a lot. And we were hustling. And you could tell, compared to these guys, they were behind. Absolutely behind. I've been climbing for 5 or 6 years now. I've owned my tree service for 3. My guy's been with me for 2, maybe 2.5 years. And these are guys who have been in the business either longer or shorter, and they shouldn't be here. Stormwork is really dangerous, guys. Stormwork is really dangerous. I understand if you have a crane and stuff, it's a little bit different, but we literally saw the guy smack the tree, and then he smacked the power line, and then when he put his crane back and folded it up, he smacked the crane, and then he ripped hoses off his mech head, and it was just crazy. I had to climb to get a few mech heads unstuck. And then we had this one tree where the salesman called. It was a big cash job, and they said it was like $20 or $25,000, and they just couldn't get to this one tree. It was a little too far for the cranes to pick. The cranes could reach. The cranes could not pick because it's just not enough, too much weight, So they called me. Salesman called me, and these were exact words. Hey, Sam, the man, I heard you're a hell of a climber. You want to see if you could climb this tree? I said, yeah, sure, man. I'll come on by. So we came on by. He said 2 climbers refused to do it, and we really need this done. And he's looking at, and he's like, yeah, man, he made a joke. He's like, it's super easy. Just go up there and spike it, and just go cut all those branches off. It was a removal. And we're laughing, and he's just kind of looking at me, and it's one of those looks where, you're kind of like, so you gonna do it? And they're gonna expect you to say no, and I was like, it's a motherfucker, but I'll do it. And he's like, really? He said, really? Long story short, we get set up, me and my main guy, my only guy there, we get set up. It was a leaning ash, not really a good tie-in anywhere. Between 2 power lines, a pool, a fence, and a house. And right when I get in the tree, everyone left. Now, I understand the one crane operator, he had to leave because he had another obligation, family vacation or something. He's a good dude, too. I know him. He had some issues. That's fine. He left with the crane. But they had a bucket truck there. They had 2 other climbers there. And then they had 100-ton K-booms all over town like everyone brags about. But, man, why wasn't anyone helping me? Why didn't someone set a good tie-in for me? Me and my dude were there for 5 hours. About an hour getting my line set finally. And then 4 hours roping it in tiny, tiny pieces between 2 power lines while it was pouring rain. So when I get down from the tree, my legs are just shaking, and because I was just in stupid positions, just hanging on there. And I call Justin. I say, hey, man, do I get paid more because I'm a skid steer crew? You contracted me out as a skid steer crew. I'm also a climber and I did all this climbing. I'm like, do I get like a little extra money? You know, like it's a big job, 25 grand. And that was probably that was the hardest tree on the job. I mean, I'm just asking for like 500 or $1,000, especially because you guys freaking left us there. And he said, this is his exact words, Justin Hartmann. No, man, you got to take one for the team sometime. The team? There ain't no team. It's me and my dude. You guys got 100-ton K-booms rolling all over. You want to set a tie-in for a climber? So I told him politely, I'm like, okay, Justin, I'm never bringing my climbing gear again. Because if I don't get rewarded for doing more, and he's like, no, man, it's just expected. Sometimes you got to go, you got to do something. He's like, anyone would have climbed that tree. I would have climbed it. I'm like, really? Because two of your climbers said no. So why? Anyway, so that's kind of how they roll, guys. I mean, we have a bunch of pictures and videos of that tree, a bunch of bullshit. The truck bed, we have pictures of all of our clothes just freaking soaked in the truck bed. So it literally had to change in the truck out of all of our clothes because after that we drove home 6 hours. So, yeah, one for the team, eh? And then another issue. So we went down to Florida too. We got called out to go to Florida from the Hartmann team, Justin Hartmann team, the Canary tree, I guess. And when we went out there, mind you, it's a 25-hour drive for us, 26-hour drive. When we got there, they told us they had no work for us, but they called us out there. They told us to come on down, but then there was no work. So I just spent $6,000 in labor and time and fuel getting down there to have no work. You know, we said, fuck it. We're going to help people. I'm a nice guy. I had two other guys that with me that time. We wanted to help as many people as we could. We just started finding anything, palm trees on houses, whatever. We did it. We asked them for, if you want to give us a donation, that's fine. We got shafted when we came down here. We racked up some donations. That's cool. A lot of work we did for free for senior citizens or people who just didn't have the money. We found a few insurance jobs they gave us, so we did some insurance. We found, not Hartman, we didn't get any from them. We did some of our own jobs, right? And then we sold Hartman a job. We sold Canary Tree Service a job. It was a good job. I know the crane operator who did it. I took pictures before. I sold it. The salesman who came in to finish the paperwork told me I'd probably get like $3 to $4 grand for selling the job. Cool. And then I get a call a few months later. Hey, no one took pictures of that job. We got rid of it. You won't get paid for it. Well, what do you mean? Because I know the crane operator who did that job and he took plenty of pictures. So that's a big fat red lie right there. So they're probably banking 25 grand on that job. And I'm the one who found it. And especially in Florida where work was kind of scarce. So, guys, there are plenty of different resources out there to do emergency tree work. So I was out there. I'm out thousands of dollars. I am owed anywhere from 12 to 18 grand, depending on what you count, whether that climb counts, whether that sales job counts. I have been in contact with, I've been trying to get in contact with Justin himself or Chelsea, one of his secretaries, and I have been hearing nothing. They usually respond. It's been about a month since I've heard anything about payment, schedule, anything. Another thing you don't realize, guys, is you are paid in not lump sums. Like, I am owed all that money, and what would happen was I would get paid $1,000 here, $500 here, $500 here. That's crazy. It should be a lump sum, but it's not. So I'm going to be real serious here. I think I've been pretty serious the whole video. There are guys online, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Tree Life, on Tree Gang, on Knuckleheads, on Emergency Tree Work page, and they're going to tell you, no, Justin pays. It takes a lot of time. He pays. He's good for it. He's this. He's this. Guess what? I've met you motherfuckers. I know who you are. I worked with you guys. You guys, maybe not all of you, but you guys are on a different pay rate. You are in that close circle, and you are getting paid while others aren't. And you know you are. You're getting paid while others aren't, or you are too scared to say anything because you are owed so much money. You don't want to lose that money. Guess what, guys? I'm only owed under 20 grand. I could care less about the 20 grand. I would like it, please. I worked for it. We spent thousands trying to get that 20 grand. But I am willing to lose out on that 20 grand for the better of the industry, for the better of the guys who are about to go sign up. One guy actually just messaged me on Facebook 20 minutes ago that he is wanting to sign up, but he wants my opinion. And I'm like, holy crap, I'm not going to let someone who blood, sweat, and tears in their business go bankrupt and have to sell their business and look for jobs at 7-Eleven like some of these guys are. Some of these guys are dead broke because they went too deep in with Justin Hartmann and Canary Tree Service and they had to sell all their crap. There's stories of it. So there are these guys on Facebook that are going to tell you, no, he pays this, that. And I will tell you, they are in his pockets. Or he's in their pockets. They get paid on a different rate. They get paid on a different scale, time frame, whatever it may be. They get paid differently, or they're too scared to say anything. I'm not too scared to say anything. And I'm not making this video just because I'm owed money and I'm mad. I'm making this video because what's right is right, and it needs to be said. And anyone in these comments that's going to be like, oh, no, he pays, he's a good dude. Listen, Justin's a smart dude, but whoever's saying that is absolutely two-faced or too scared to say anything because they're owed so much money. So, I don't want to hear it from anybody. You could say it, but I'm done. I'm done being nice. If you say anything, I'm going to start tagging you and stuff, and you're going to be put on blast, and someone who's trying to sell these services or products or ideas for businesses is going to be involved. It sucks. But there are plenty of resources, guys. Storm chasing I like it because my skills are put to better use. After we leave these storms, guys, regular tree work's really boring for me because as much as I like my business and everything here, going out there or even local storm work, it's more important. There's more at risk. People really need good skilled guys. And you're not... When I came back from Florida, I got kind of annoyed coming here because it's like Miss Jones doesn't like how that tree branch looks. She wants it cut down. Or Miss Jones thinks silver maples should have one lead. I guess they should, but she just wants a whole lead cut off because it looks scary. Or there's a dead loaded twig up. It's kind of like a waste of my skills if you ask me. But we still do it. But I do like the higher risk. I do like the stuff that requires more understanding of physics and fundamentals of tree work and safety wise, I will say when I was out there, guys, I saw guys negligently just breaking stuff because they just didn't know what they were doing. So that kind of grinded my gears because for someone who knows what they're doing to be working with that was annoying. So that's my video, guys. Hopefully I covered everything. There are plenty of resources out there. I know this video ran a little bit long, but I think it's kind of important to get the whole message out. I don't want to see anyone go bankrupt. It's not right. And anyone saying anything else is wrong. And you know what? Here's another thing I will say. If I did all that, he had something good going, guys. If I did all that and I had all these guys waiting around for payment, I would be selling all my crap. We go through winters. Winters are tough for tree services. I have a list. Literally, in my office, I have a list of stuff that I will sell in order to pay my guys and keep them floating through the winter. There is no excuse not to be paying. There is absolutely no excuse. He's got 2 Sherps, he's got knuckle booms, he's got side-by-sides, Can-Ams, he's got this, but he doesn't have the pride to pay his people. He doesn't have the respect of the industry to pay these people. So I respect my guys. I will pay them. I will make sure they are fed and paid for the work they do before I buy anything. So that's just how I kind of think, I guess. No excuse. So hopefully share the hell out of this, guys. Post this on your timeline. Post this on your story. Share this on YouTube. Share this to anyone who wants to do tree work. Reach out to me if you want to do insurance work. Reach out to me if you have any questions. I'm not the best, but here's the thing. I have a bunch of mentors who really know their stuff, guys. I can point you in the right direction. I just want to see this industry go up. I want to see these guys like Canary, Tree Service, Justin Hartmann get phased out, because there's no excuse for what they're doing, and it's sick. And it's sick on how some of these small, weak men, and maybe women too, I think, can sit there and tell you, oh no, it's great, it's great, it's great. You know what? You guys don't have earning potential. You guys can't go make money on your own. You have to go feed from the bottom. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it.